estamos. All right. Well, guys, so welcome. This is Life Skills, and today we're gonna work on camping. Okay, so let's go camping. Today, what are we gonna do? Well, what we will learn today, it's some essentials. For example, know how, uh, to camp. So we're gonna do some introduction. Then we're gonna talk about why go camping, a little bit of camping demographics and equipment needed, which I think is the most exciting part, at least for me, the equipment. Okay, so let's go. First, what is camping? Why is camping so great? Well, it's a great way to go outside with family, friends, your neighbors, uh, workmates, classmates, etc., or even with yourself, by yourself, right? You can go by yourself, you can go alone, and have a great time. Well, you can go camping in many states, national parks, depending on where you are, private campgrounds, backcountry, or I have done that. I have even camped in my own backyard. Of course, not now, but I have. Well, and part of this joy of camping, is needing very little gear to exist outdoors. Yeah. Anyone here knows what is the meaning of outdoors?
Exteriores.
Exactly. So when you say outdoors, well, you can basically go to the park, you can go to lakes, rivers, mountains, hills, whatever there is green. Okay, that's basically outdoors. Even your backyard is outdoors, so you can have a great time there. But it's also nice to have a comfortable, convenient, and homey campsite. Okay, what is a campsite? That is a very important word that we need to know here. What is campsite? Anyone?
Un lugar de acampar, algo así.
Exactly.
Campamento.
El campamento, el sitio donde vamos a acampar. Exactly. All right. Okay. And here comes my first question. Who has ever camped? Even in your backyard, who has ever camped by yourself or maybe with friends or with family? Who has camped here? Who can turn on your speakers?
I have camp.
You have camp? Oh yeah, Abby, you told me you like to camp. Okay. All right. I think everyone knows someone or everyone has a friend who loves camping, right? At least one. Okay. Now, let's clean up some terms here. Very important. What is the difference between camping and glamping? Well, camping is the activity of staying in a tent on holiday. That's one of the definitions that you can find. But another definition that you have here is the act of staying and sleeping in an outside area for one or more days and nights, usually in a tent, right? Usually, not always, but usually. You can even camp or sleep in your car, right? So, well, you can do that. And glamping, on the other hand, it's a type of camping that is more comfortable, luxurious, and traditional camping. Okay, it is kind of camping, but you don't have all those mosquitoes or bugs while you you set up your tent, or maybe there's going to be a bathroom in glamping, right? Which in camping you probably won't find, right? You're going to go to the bushes and do your own thing there. And yeah, basically glamping is a word. It's a mixture of glamorous and camping. Okay. Who has ever tried glamping? Not camping, glamping. Has anyone here tried glamping? No?
I have glamping when I was studying.
Really?
Yes, in the school, they organized the glam, just like a glamping, because we sleep in cabañas.
Yeah, in cabins, in
Yes.
shacks. Okay, yeah. That's. I mean, there's nothing wrong with glamping, but the experience it could be quite different, right? Even some glamping has even like a stove, microwave. You can even have electricity to charge your phones, to have a fan, or even cold beverages. So yeah, glamping is very nice. But camping also, that could be really nice too. Okay, depending on how you feel. Now, if we move on to the next question, and this is very important, it's a very important question. Why go camping? Can anyone answer this question? Why go camping? Anyone?
Just for fun.
Just for fun. That's good. That's a good answer. Someone else?
For relax.
Okay.
Or change a little bit your routine.
Okay.
I need
Okay.
disconnect.
Disconnect. Get in touch with nature. Listen to some birds. Watch some birds. Right. Okay. Okay. For me is why not? Right. As simple as that. Why not go camping? Right. Those your reasons are fine, but yeah, there's a simple way. Why not? And by my experience, I am a biologist, so I have camped a lot. I've been camping for over 10 years by now. I was a Boy Scout for 5 years, so I have camped a lot and in many, many places. But the things that I can find here and the reasons why I go camping is because it can help you to improve your health, right? It's a really good exercise, right? You burn a lot of calories while you do something fun, right? You can get some endurance while walking long distances, for example, right? And even you can have like a more relaxed environment. Your stress levels can go down, and yeah, you can have a really good time, and that can improve your health. The second reason is relationship building. Whenever I go camping, or whenever I think you go camping, you always make some good friends, right? Most of the time, okay? Not always, but most of the time you can make some really good friends because you can go through different experiences, challenges. You can find interesting views, right? Very interesting animals, plants, and then you can talk about it. And the most important thing for me in terms of relationship building is that you can connect with people because you cannot connect with your phones, right? So if you don't have signal, you don't have battery or charge in your devices, well, probably the only thing you have left is to talk with someone, right? To talk with your friends, and really have not small talks. See, no, not just hey, how are you? How you doing? No, like deeper conversations, right? Am I right? Or anyone here can help me with one experience? Maybe you have built really good relationships while camping.
Well, I had just camp one time, and that one time was with my family, but it was our first time, so we really didn't know how to make the camp, like to armar.
To set up the tent.
To set up the tent. So there was another family, and they helped us, and the rest of the day we conversate with them, and they take dinner and things like that.
Okay, excellent. That's nice. That's always nice. Okay, someone else? No? A little bit shy today? No? Okay. All right. But yeah, for me, those two reasons. And the third one is could be a really life skills development. That means that, when you go camping, you need to figure out many things. You need to be able to solve all the problems that you face. Even if you're alone or with friends, you need to think and figure out what to do. Maybe improvise a solution, improvise something. You can learn how to make fire if needed, or to really think and be more careful with the decisions you make. Okay, so that could be a really life skills development. That's why many of the Boy Scouts, you see, they learn many life skills while camping, right? Food, water, first aid kit, things, and etc. Okay. So those are for me the three reasons why camping is really good and why we should all go camping. Now, types of camping. Well, we can have tent camping, which is what I think is the best thing. Tent camping, even if it's camping or glamping, right? You can do both. But tent camping, it's the common one, right? There is even tents for dogs. See? So there is even tents for anything, for cats, for everything that you think. Anyone here can tell me what is the meaning of the word tent? In your countries, I think that could change. For example, in Guatemala, has one word. Maybe for Nicaragua, there's another word for that. But can someone tell me, what do you understand by tent in Spanish?
In Guatemala, we said maybe tienda de acampar.
That's one. Yeah, that's one. I call it different, but yeah, that's one. Someone from Nicaragua, maybe?
Maybe una carpa.
Una carpa.
Creo
Yeah.
que le dicen carpa.
Yeah. Actually, here in Guatemala, we call that too, carpa. So yeah, tienda de acampar, o carpa, yeah. Good. O tienda de campaña, right? That could be too. Okay, so there is tent camping where you set up your camp, you set up whatever you need, maybe some chairs. You can even carry some chairs. You can carry your speaker to put some music at night. You can take your guitar, tell stories, etc. Right? So that's a very fun experience, tent camping. But you also have backpacking and hiking. Has anyone here tried backpacking, or can someone tell me in Spanish what do you understand by backpacking?
Mochila.
Backpack is mochila, but backpacking is another different thing.
Mochilero se usa mucho aquí en Guatemala.
Backpacker is el mochilero. Backpacking is someone who does that. Okay. Yeah. Backpacker is someone who does backpacking. Mochilear. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So you can go camping, you know, by the style of backpacking or hiking. You can use both, right? So yeah, has anyone here wanted to go backpacking or go hiking, try that? Or maybe you have already tried backpacking. So I don't know. I have done some backpacking, not too much, but I have experienced that. It's quite extreme in Latin America, but sure, why not? And yeah, has anyone here tried backpacking?
I have tried.
Really, Avi? By yourself or with friends?
No, with my family, but it was really, how do you say, tired, because the name of the place was Montaña Nubosa. So it was literally like you were climbing the mountain, and you can, in the top of the mountain, you can see the clouds pass through the mountain. So you were like flying.
Yeah, that's nice. Excellent. The backpacking could be really, really extreme, but it's worth it.
It was like maybe 2.5 hours to get there.
Really? 2 hours? Okay. Yeah, that must be very, very tiring. But yeah, backpack is a really nice experience. Another style that you can have while camping is band camping. This is a very, very famous thing in the United States, in some parts of Europe, but mainly in the United States. It's where you basically take a van, right? A bus or something like that, and you modify it so that you can have it like your own, like your own way of living in the road, right? Like while you go camping in many, many places. You can even put your bed, like a small kitchen, or you can even have a bathroom in some vans and buses. So yeah, van camping is really, really cool. Some people call it van life, where they basically they don't have houses, they don't own a house, but they own a car and they live in this car, right? So that could be really cool. This is famous, more, as I told you, mainly in the United States. Maybe in Latin America that will be really difficult. I don't know. What do you think? Could this work in Latin America, van camping, where you live in your car and you go from place to place, visiting places, and leaving all your stuff in the car? What do you say?
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. Yeah, probably it's not going to work, or it's going to be very risky, right?
I see in movies trailer parks in United States.
Yeah.
Trailer parks and van camping is a lifestyle.
Exactly. Even families
Yeah.
live in the bus.
Yeah, 5 people in this van camping.
Yeah,
But in Latin America, I don't think it's a good idea.
it's a good idea. Yeah.
No, it's very risks. No areas for this camping.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. Yeah. Would you like to try? I mean, anyone here? You can answer this. Would you like to try this van camping?
I would like to try it.
Really? Here in Latin America or probably in the United States?
Probably in the United States.
Okay. Yeah. I really would like to try in Latin America, but like not to spend too much money on my van, just a car, and try to live camping next to my car. But yeah, that would be really cool. And there's even another way to go camping, guys, and there is even with your dogs. Okay, you can even go camping with your dogs. Of course, this is going to be more difficult here in Latin America because of the amount of dogs that we can find anywhere, literally anywhere. And it could be a problem with our dogs, right? Because we can have many dogs and just us with our dogs, right? So that could be really difficult. But there are some places where you can go and take a walk with your dogs. Not many, but there are some. Okay. Have you ever go camping with your dogs? No,
Not really.
not really.
No.
Okay. I really think I should try it once, but maybe in the future. I don't know.
Maybe
Sure.
if you have like a dog that is really
Scary?
no calmado,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that could be
because
true.
there are dogs that bark to other people. So even if there is a lot of dogs, even if there is a lot of person, the dog could be a problem for some people if they bark too much.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Or maybe like if you go with friends who have dogs too, that could help because then you go like like in group, so like in a pack, and then you can, that could be easier for you. Maybe in Latin America, but in the United States, it's really common to see people with dogs in the outdoors. Okay, let's go to the next part. So camping demographics. Who goes camping? And this is a question. Who goes camping? No?
Someone that is really curious about the world or likes to travel the world.
Yeah, a traveler.
Not
People like
in a way, not in a expensive way.
Yeah. They could go, around the world in a low budget. Yeah, sure. Someone else was talking, or is I don't know. I couldn't hear you.
I think the climber,
Climbers.
yeah, all the
Yeah.
time they're camping.
Yeah, exactly. Climbers, hikers, travelers, biologists, scientists, tourists, and crazy people. Anyone can go camping. So yeah. All right, let's talk about some of the geographical stuff that we need to know. We have lakes, we have mountains, we have jungles, and we can even the beach. So with this, which one is your favorite place, or which place would you like to go camping? To the lake, to the mountains, to the jungle, to the beach?
Maybe in lakes.
Lakes. Okay.
Yes, me too. Maybe in a lake.
In a lake. Okay.
Maybe in the jungle.
In the beach.
The beach. Okay, this is very interesting.
because
Yeah, tell me, Nancy.
now I like the beach. I like the sunset.
The sunset.
Yeah,
Yeah, or
and
sunrise.
yes,
Mhm.
too. And I like the tranquility that you hear when you hear the waves and something like that. I really like to go to see the
The
sunset in the
landscape.
beach.
You know, to appreciate
Yes, the
the
landscape.
landscape. Yeah, that's very important. Okay, so you said the beach, right, Nancy? Okay. So the people, or the person, the person who said jungle. Why the jungle?
I don't know. I think will be interesting.
Why?
Connect with
It's even
the.
your answer is even more interesting to me because not many people like the jungle. Why the jungle?
I don't know. I think it's interesting to connect with the nature.
With nature?
And nature.
Nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. To you observe the animals, the plants. I don't know. I think it's interesting for me. I know it's very weird, my answer.
Even if there are many bugs, mosquitoes, things that are quite annoying sometimes.
I
Even
know.
with that?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay, and the people who said lakes, why lakes?
Because in the lake the temperature is maybe cold but not so cold like in the mountains, or so hot like in the beach. Well, I think in if you can, or is it legal
Legal?
legal
If it's legal, yeah.
to swim in the lake, it will be even better.
Yeah, that's true. And what about the mountains? Is anyone here who would like to go to the mountains? Or not?
Me, teacher.
Yeah, Griselda, tell me,
I
why the
have-
mountains?
I have a experience when I was studying high school. We had survival exercise, and we
Survival
had
exercise.
yes,
Really? Wow.
and we had to go camping, and we sleep in the mountains, and it was too cold, but nice experience.
Really? And that was in school?
Yes, I was studying I don't know military school.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, yeah, sure. That makes sense because I mean, I've never heard someone like who went to the mountains for in school because it was part of a survival exercise. But now that explains a lot.
Yes.
Okay. All right. What other areas can we find here? Well, we can find coniferous forest. We can even have grasslands, deserts. We can even have, and my favorite is tropical rainforest. Coniferous forest is also really, really nice, but there is something with the tropical rainforest that to me is really, really amazing. What about these places? Who would like to go camping into the coniferous forest, or maybe to grasslands, to deserts, or tropical rainforest?
I would like to go to the desert because it's supposed to be that the moon looks beautiful when you're in the desert, and because it's the desert, there is not like a city or something near, so you can see the stars. But in the morning it will be really hot, so maybe I will be running to my house to 4 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Desert. Yeah, you can really stare, or you can really stare at the stars. So yeah, that's really nice. What about the coniferous forest? Who would like to go camping to the coniferous forest, where there is pines, oaks? No one? That one. Okay. What about the grassland? You know, those pastizales, open areas. Maybe there?
Maybe there because
Maybe there. Uh-huh.
I think safe.
It's safer.
I don't know. It's safer. I think in
Safer than
comparing
what?
on the others places that
Oh.
you
Okay.
see
Okay.
here.
Okay. Okay. What about the tropical rainforest? Who would like to go to the tropical rainforest?
I really like to tropical rainforest. It's no cold. It's so many water. It's
Okay.
like a summer. It's very attractive.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. Even if it rains a lot, in the rainforest. So yeah. Okay. Excellent. Excellent, guys. All right. So, and something very important that I forgot to mention. Every time that you go camping in one of these sites or places or ecosystems, your gear, your equipment, it's going to change, right? Probably you're going to take more water if you go to the desert than if you go to the tropical rainforest, right? Or maybe you're going to take a down jacket if you go to the coniferous forest than if probably if you go to the grassland. Or maybe you're going to take some boots and some raincoat if you go to the tropical rainforest than if you go to the desert, right? So yeah, and on the mountains and lakes, jungle, beach, right? Maybe you're gonna, if you go to the jungle, Maria, you're probably gonna take a machete with you, or maybe you go to the beach, you're not gonna take a machete. Maybe you're gonna take, I don't know, maybe some
A lot of
swimsuit,
sunscreen.
sunscreen. Yeah, totally. Yeah, exactly. All right. Let's continue. Now, let's leave some principles, and I call this leave no trace. What is the meaning of leave no trace? Or no footprint?
No dejar trazo.
Or huella, exactly. So these are very, very important things. Leave no trace principles. Rules to live by, and there are only three. At least I consider three are in general terms what you should do or not to do. Number one, respect wildlife, specifically poisonous and venomous things. For example, snakes, spiders. I mean, they are not dangerous if you don't, bother them. Like if you don't play with them, like if they were puppies, they are not going to do anything to you. Even snakes are very, very calm. They are super nice. But if you surprise them, if you attack them, they are probably going to attack you, right? Probably. Or maybe they're just going to leave. They want to leave. Remember, with animals, they are more scared of you than you are from them. Okay. So always remember that. Respect wildlife also means respect plants. There are some really crazy plants that could be harmful for you. Okay. That can really cause you a rash or an allergy that could be really hard to treat, especially if you are far away from the city and hospitals and all these places. Okay. So yeah, just be careful with that. Number two, do not litter. What is litter, guys? Or what do you think litter means in Spanish?
Basura.
Exactly. But in this case, we think about it as a verb, not as a noun. Pero sí tiene que ver con la basura.
No tirar basura.
Exactly. Do not litter. No tiren basura. Yeah. It's for me, it's really, I mean, it's not nice when you go to the mountains, rivers, and lakes, or tropical rainforest. And then you are 20 kilometers away from any urban places or areas. And then you find Doritos or snacks, some wraps that probably someone throw away there and litter. Please do not litter. That really looks bad, it's not nice. And the third one is be responsible. Okay. Probably you don't want to play with things that could hurt you unless you know how to use them, like knives, some kind of games that you think they might work during your outdoors activities, but that could really cause you a problem, right? So you want to be responsible, take care of your team, your friends, your family, be aware of their needs, how they feel, you know, to be ready if there is an emergency. You need to think and evaluate all of this, think different things when you are camping. Okay, so yeah, so remember, these are some very, very important principles. What to do if you find a snake? Just be careful with it. I mean, don't touch it. Just admire it and be happy that you find one. There are not many, especially in Latin America, because people, kill them. All right, let's go into the equipment needed. Essential camping gear. We're gonna talk a lot about this. I have some videos for you. Let's start with tents, sleeping bags, and more. Okay, and for me, this is my favorite part: the equipment, right? The essential stuff. Now, I put together some 4 basic areas, some 4 basic things that you need to remember whenever you consider, to go camping. Number 1, backpack and tents. Sleeping bags, those are shelters. What I call this, all of this category, I call this shelter, protección, right? Backpack, tents, and sleeping bag. You can even add things like sleeping pads, see, or mattresses, but they are kind of heavy sometimes. Choose a good backpack. If you want to buy a really good backpack, depending on what you're gonna do. So basically, if you're gonna take a really long trip, you're probably gonna take a backpack that is like at least 60 liters, from 60 to 90 liters. We measure the size of the backpacks by liters, right? If you want to buy a good and a big backpack, at least be more than 60 liters, okay? No more than 90, but no less than 60, okay? I consider that a really good, big backpack, okay? But probably if you're just gonna walk around the campsite, maybe you're gonna take a short walk or something like that, you want to take a day hike backpack, una mochila pequeña, small backpack, maybe 20 liters tops, like no more than that. 20 liters is just a small backpack. Water, food, some stuff like that, okay? Yeah, and the tent, this is very important. If you're gonna go camping, choose a tent. For example, if the tent says in the description that it's designed for 4 people, consider that as a space for 3, right? Always take one less, because probably you're gonna take your backpacks inside the tent, so that leaves not too much room inside the tent. Other very important areas in the camping things is electronics, power banks, cords, flashlights, speakers, or many different things that you want to take. But basically, flashlights are very important. Power banks for your phones or other devices like cameras, they are very important. If you want to spend your money on something, invested in flashlights, in electronics, especially flashlights. Don't be cheap with flashlights. They are lifesavers. They could save your life in an emergency, okay? And cheap flashlights, if you put some water or maybe you drop it, it's gonna fail, it could crash and it's not gonna work anymore. But if you have a good flashlight with good light, a lot of LEDs, that will be very, very useful, right? Flashlights, take that advice. If you want to spend money, spend it on flashlights, okay? Food and water, you don't have to take like a whole buffet to the camping site, you just need to take the basic stuff. Take snacks, candies, water. If you want to take some Gatorades, colas, etc., you can take them, of course. But remember, water is the most heavy thing you're gonna take with you, okay? So be careful with water. Not too much, but not too little. So yeah, just remember that. Water is important, food and water. And we're gonna talk more about these individual things, but just this is a general idea. Clothings, clothing, shoes, t-shirts, pants, shorts, etc. Just wear something that is comfortable for you. Okay, and especially with shoes, a good pair of boots, solid boots, sturdy boots, it's worth it. Okay, they could be ankle savers for you. Pueden salvarles el tobillo, or you can even get blisters. Pueden tener ampollas, blisters. Okay, see if you don't take good shoes. Okay, so yeah, probably you don't want blisters on your feet. Okay, let's talk about it. Backpack, tents, sleeping bags. Well, for me, there are two ways that you can sleep: in a tent or in a hammock. Okay, for me, I prefer hammocks. If you're gonna take a nap, not like an overnight. No, probably you're gonna take a nap, 1 hour, 2 hours. Cool, you can sleep in a hammock. But I prefer to put my face on the ground and call it a day and sleep right in a tent. There are even some hammocks that are very, very fancy, and there even has a mosquito net, tiene mosquitoes nets, or even has some water protection from the rain, and you can really have a nice time in a hammock, but they are kind of expensive. Hammocks could be twice the price as a tent, okay, because of the material they made of. Okay, so yeah, you can basically take this too. And when we talk about electronics, well, you can find two things that are very important, and which I prefer to use is a headlamp. Okay, headlamp is easier. You can have it can provide you hands-free if you need to do something, right? Or if you want to walk, drink some water, read a book, etc. You can take a headlamp with you, okay? Or a torch. A torch is really good, okay? But I prefer headlamps. This is just me, okay? Food and water, you can take anything you want, but it will be better if you take some really high nutrient stuff. Things with many calories. With a lot of calories. For example, chocolates, you can take some candies, bars, energy bars, some energy drinks. If you don't, I don't like to drink energy drinks, but sometimes it could be helpful, or just water. Okay. Anything you want, basically. And when we talk about clothing, here we go with some vocabulary stuff. This is very important, guys. Very, very important vocabulary stuff. First, pueden tener una weekend shirt o down fleece. Se les pueden decir de ambas maneras. Un down jacket o un fleece, ¿sí? Fleece o down jacket son los cortavientos. In Guatemala, we call them los cortavientos. I don't know if in Nicaragua they call it the same way. ¿Alguien de Nicaragua que me diga? Cortavientos, esas chumpas que no son a prueba de agua, pero sí protegen contra el viento, no pasa nada, right? Someone from Nicaragua?
Aquí, chaqueta.
Chaqueta, okay. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Pero sí, en inglés hay muchas formas de decirle esto, pero down jacket o fleece, solo fleece, is pretty much the same, okay? Ahora, if you're gonna go, for example, to the tropical rainforest, you're not gonna take a fleece, probably you're gonna take a waterproof jacket, right? I will take a waterproof jacket if I go into the tropical rainforest. But maybe if I go to the desert or to the beach, if it's too cold, for example, I will take a fleece, right? I don't know what about you, but I will take that. You can take some weekend long johns. Se les llama también. That's something that you put under your pants. Ropa térmica le dicen in Spanish, some places. But yeah, that's something. If it's too cold, you're gonna take some weekend long johns. Okay, long johns. Se les dice usualmente. Okay, they go under your pants, your common regular pants. Okay, and if it's raining, I will take waterproof jacket and some waterproof pants. Okay, I will take this too if I go to the tropical rainforests. Now, what else is really, really important is some socks. You can even take some thick wool socks. ¿Qué significa wool? Alguien que me diga.
Como
Lana.
Lana, exactly. This is some really nice. I mean, when you choose your socks, you can even choose wool socks. Why wool socks? Because they don't catch bad smells, and they you can dry them a little bit faster, and they're really comfortable. But you can also take some fabrics, socks made of fabrics like synthetic materials, right? But yeah, they might be some, sorry, they might be a little bit more pricey. Okay. Really important, waterproof boots. If you're gonna spend some money on camping gear, spend it on flashlights and waterproof boots. If you don't want boots, that's okay. But in the if you go camping a lot, probably you're gonna need boots. Yes or yes. All right. And now, if you go to, for example, some swamps, algunos pantanos, you're probably gonna need some gaiters. Gaiters se les dice a estos como protectores, ¿sí? No sé si los han visto o alguien lo ha usado. Has anyone used this? The gaiters.
¿Protectores de qué son?
Basically, they protect a part of the entrance where you put your like this part. They protect this part from getting wet, so you don't get your ankles wet, right? Yeah. And some people use them because they can even protect you from snake bites sometimes, or basically all the time, because the snakes, they don't have real like super hard teeth, so they cannot go under that, right? So that will be safer. But yeah, so gaiters, you can use them. You can use a warm hat, probably, if you want to. I don't use them. I don't use anything. Or you can use a warm scarf or some gloves if it's too cold, right? You can use this, especially when there are some really hard conditions, like the weather and stuff. Okay. All right. Any questions with this?
No.
Nope. Okay. All right. Now, what else can we talk about clothing? Well, we can have the weekend shirt, or otra forma de decirlo al anterior, al fleece, puede ser insulated jacket. Or instead of waterproof jacket, le pueden decir también un rain jacket. Cualquiera de los dos, okay? Anything that works for you. Maybe you want to use some exercise shorts, some sports bra, some quick dry undies, some long pants, rain pants, again, hiking boots, and wool socks. Okay, this is very, very important. This is just another way to call it, and the extra of the underwear. See, la ropa interior, you can choose anything you want. I really recommend you not to use things that are not comfortable. Okay, you want to feel as comfortable as you can during the camping. Okay, ¿vamos bien?
Yes.
Yeah, everything? Okay. Excellent. Now, who can tell me the names of some stuff here? Alguien que me diga. The names of some stuff here.
Tent camping.
Camping tent, yeah.
Tent camping.
Camping tent, yeah.
Headlamp. Headlamp.
The headlamp?
Headlamp.
Mm-hmm. Muy bien. What else?
Fire.
Fire.
Bonfire.
Yeah.
Es bonfire como fogata, ¿no?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Sleeping bag.
You got a sleeping bag. For example, what about this?
So-
What's the name of this?
Axe.
An axe, exactly.
Yeah.
Have you ever used an axe?
No.
Okay, okay. What about this? What is this?
Razor.
A what?
Razor. Razor. No.
Not exactly. Someone else?
How do you say llavero?
Keychain.
Like a keychain, but there is like a keychain, but with a special knife and things like that.
Okay, this in English is a multi-tool. Yeah, it's a multi-tool.
Knife? No.
But a knife is, I mean, you can have a kitchen knife, and it's not a multi-tool. But a multi-tool can have a knife, right? Yeah, you have the pliers, tienen las pinzas, you have a saw, you have a can opener, you have just a knife, right, etc. You can have many features here.
Razor?
Which one?
Razor, teacher?
Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay. What about this? What is the meaning of matches?
Fósforos.
Fósforos, exactly. Cerillas, creo que le dicen en algunos lugares, right? What is this?
Stove.
Stove. Yeah, the stove. Yeah, exactly. What is this?
Yeah. Box.
Una hielera. Yeah. ¿Cómo decimos hielera en inglés?
Icebox, no. I don't know.
Cooler.
Cooler, exactly. Cooler. Como cool, solo que le agregan la ER. Cooler, yeah. What is this?
Fork.
Not exactly.
Spoon fork.
Almost. Le dicen spork. The combination between a spoon and a fork. Spork. Okay, with K. Spork. Okay, excellent. Right, guys. Let's continue. When we see this, we have two different types of gear. I mean, two types of that you can go camping. Number one is basically you can go lightweight. See, lightweight, que es como ligero, right? You can go light, right? Lightweight. Or you can take everything with you. You can choose whatever you want, okay? For example, if you want to go lightweight, you want to keep your weight no more, and this is not a rule, but this is a really good advice I heard once. If you want to take a backpack with you, just take it in front of you and try to lift it with your arm without bending. Sin doblar el brazo, try to lift your backpack. If you can't, probably it's too heavy, right? If you can't, right? But if you can, then it's at least on the limit, at least on the things that you should be able to carry with you, okay? It's not a rule, as I said, but it could really be useful for you. Now, for example, here we have a spork. This is a different view of a spork, a different style of a spork, and some different gears here. But if you want to take a lot of things, you can take your mug, you can take your stove, you can take another stove, you can take your multi-tool, you can take some GPS, a radio maybe, a big flashlight, a water bottle, your binoculars, maybe a stool, more flashlights, a lot of pots, shoes, etc. Maybe a compass, maybe a fire starter here, etc. Mosquito net. You can take many things. You can take as many things as you want, but just remember, the lighter, the better. Okay, the menos peso, mejor. Okay, that's a rule. Okay, if you take too much stuff in your backpack, you're not gonna enjoy the camping. okay? Because you're gonna be really tired of having to carry that weight, okay? You're not gonna enjoy it. Probably you're gonna stop walking. You will like to go back to the campsite or to the car, to the hotel if you carry too much stuff, okay? Now I have a video for you. Okay, everyone ready for this? This is a short video, okay? So let me know if you can hear it. Let's try it. Let's try it to see if you can hear it, okay? That was a try. Can you hear it? Can you see it well?
I can see it, but I cannot hear it.
You cannot hear it. Okay, just give me 1 second so that I can do something here. Give me 1 second, guys. And yeah, maybe now.
We love it. But if you want things simplified, we have a checklist. Hey guys, the topic of what to take back.
Can you hear it and see it well now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Let's continue.
Hey guys, the topic of what to take backpacking sparks a lot of debate among gearheads. We love it. But if you want things simplified, we have a checklist that can help you out. Here's the deal on what I like to take backpacking. No matter what you decide to take in your pack, you always have to have the 10 essentials. Those are navigation, so compass, map, and some sort of protective cover, headlamp, sun protection, first aid kit. So I have mine in this bag, but there's also lots of really awesome first aid kits that already come pre-packaged and have their own compartments. Knife. I like this knife because it's really lightweight and really easy to use, but a multi-tool might work for you. Fire, so whether that's waterproof matches or a lighter or whatever it is that will work best for your trip. Shelter, so tent or tarp or hammock or whatever. Extra water, so that's some sort of filter or purifier, and then something to hold your water. You can use a water bottle, but I use a reservoir because it helps me stay hydrated and it stays close to my back. Extra food. So I keep mine in a bear canister. You could also use a bear sack, or you can use some cord and a carabiner if you want to do a bear hang and know how to do that. And then extra clothing. So getting into some of the other things that I bring in my pack, in this instance, I'm going somewhere where I need to be concerned about bears. So I have bear spray in a holster. This is just so that it could be easily accessible on the outside of my pack because bear spray doesn't work if it's inside your pack. A couple other things. Oh yeah, I have my poop kit. So in here I have this is what I use as my pee rag, which is really just for women, but highly recommend having a pee rag. And then a trowel, as well as some blue bags, and then any toilet paper that I would be bringing with me would go in here as well. Oh yeah, so then I have my sleeping pad and my sleeping bag, which is in a compression sack, just to make it a little bit smaller to easily fit in the bottom of my pack. And then I have my cook kit. So I have this titanium spork, which is awesome if you don't want to break sporks on trail. And then I also have a bowl with a lid on it. I like to put my food into here if I think I'm gonna have leftovers for breakfast in the morning or to help rehydrate, and then I can put this bowl into my hat to stay warm. And then I have my little cook kit here. So in here I have a couple things. So I have a small rag for drying things, and then I have this pot grabber handle, and then I have a small stove. The stove that I have is auto lighting, which I really like, but there's a ton of different options out there. And then I have some soap, and I have a windscreen as well. Oh, and then I also have fuel. This is a really large canister of fuel, which I have for economy's sake. There's a bunch of different sizes, and some people will choose to put their fuel into their pot instead. It's totally up to you, but make sure you have fuel. What else? So yeah, so then I also have my toiletries, which I'll keep in the brain of my pack. And these are things like toothpaste, toothbrush, contacts case if you're like me and wear contacts or glasses or whatever. Just keep in mind that anything that does smell like toothpaste will have to go into your bear canister. So I recommend bringing as few smelly things as you can, which means leaving the deodorant at home. And then I also have my camp shoes, which are super lightweight, and these are great because they give your feet a break from boots. This is obviously, you know, a lot of people will bring a lot less than this or a lot more. I'm going for a couple days, and I like to kind of have a little bit more comfort in some ways. Oh yeah, and also my cell phone. So like a lot of people, I use this as my camera as well as my alarm clock. So I have this guy. My tray weight on my pack with food and water is about 28 to 30 pounds. Like I said, you can go a lot lighter than that, and you can also go a lot heavier than that if you want to. So that's the deal on what I like to take in my backpack. If you do want a checklist, we have a printable version of this online, and you can get this by clicking the link in the description below.
Okay. So let's see. How was the video for you? Did you like it? You didn't like it? Did you learn some interesting stuff here? Were you able to listen?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the most interesting thing was her kit for cooking, to cook.
Ah, her cooking kit. Yeah.
Yes, because I was waiting for something more bigger. Like,
Yeah.
the ones that we use here in Latin America that has for two sartenes,
Two pans.
two pans, yeah, or something like that. But I understand why she has something so small.
Yeah, excellent. And I don't know if you noticed, but she mentioned many of the vocabulary words that we have been working on. Tent, sporks, multi-tool, matches, clothing, cooking kit, you know, snacks. She mentioned something that is very different that what we usually use here in Latin America, which is the bear can and the bear spray. Remember that in the United States, when they go camping, they are probably going to face or be in touch or be near the places where bears live. And if they ever see a bear or they have like a very close contact with a bear, they're going to use the bear spray, right? Or they want to avoid, they probably they don't want bears to smell their food, so that's why they put it in the bear can, right? So basically they put all their food or anything that could really create a strong smell, they put it in this can, right? En esta lata es azul que miran ahí, and then they can even hang it off a tree, lo cuelgan de un árbol, or maybe they put it in far from the campsite. Okay, so yeah, that's why they have to do. Here in Latin America, we don't have to. But we don't need to. Okay, if we continue with this, now let's see. Camping safety rules. Let's remember some stuff. Okay, can you hear me, guys? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Camping safety rules. Always take with you some food and water. Okay, probably not a hot dog or a salad like that, or unless it's in a topper or a very nice recipient or something like that, like a Tupperware. And water. Okay, at least take a really good amount of water, maybe a cola if you want to. Okay, always take that with you if you go camping. Always bring or take with you a lot of different snacks. Okay. Something again to remember: wild animals and plants. Okay, just be careful with them. Don't play with plants. Don't play with animals. Okay. Remember that you are putting your feet, your putting yourselves into their houses, right? Into the places where they live. Okay. Imagine a jaguar coming to your house, right? That will be really weird, or maybe a toucan going to your kitchen, right? So it's something that you need to evaluate and consider. You are where they live, right? So we always need to respect and be careful with these wild animals and plants. Okay, not only because they could be dangerous, but because we need to be kind with them. Medical issues. Remember, always when you go camping, consider the fact that some people might be allergic to some plants, to some things that probably you didn't know. Okay, so always check that you got the right medicine. Some people may have issues with like, I don't know, hearts, lungs. They may have some strong headaches. So yeah, or maybe you need to be prepared for this. Okay, maybe you go with children, especially with children. They're gonna have a lot of small injuries, like small cuts, or maybe they're gonna have a rash of some plant that they touched. I don't know. So yeah, you always need to be prepared with the medicine, with the adequate medicine, and with some first aid kits. And it will be even better if you take some first aid course, or something like that. They are anywhere. So yeah, you can take a first aid course anywhere you want, and even online. But it was something important. Always have something with you. Okay. This is another video. Okay, so let's see it.
Everyone knows you should bring a first aid kit on every adventure, but what should be in it? We went straight to the experts at Knowles Wilderness Medicine to find out. These are the 10 most important things no kit should be without. Medical gloves. First aid kit on every minute. We went straight to the experts at Knowles Wilderness Medicine to find out. These are the 10 most important things no kit should be without.
Let's make a quick stop here. First aid kit. We have some gloves, irrigating syringe, tweezers, antibiotic ointment, hydrogel pads, blister treatment, bandages and gauze, athletic tape, elastic wrap, or medications. Now I want you to tell me which vocabulary words you don't know. Gloves. Everyone knows what gloves means.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guantes.
Okay. And this is something important. Yeah, con los guantes. Probably you want to avoid, or you don't want to take some latex gloves. You want to take some, what was the other kind of material?
Nylon.
Nitrile gloves, I think. The nitrilo. Because some people, they may have allergic reactions to latex. So be careful with that. Irrigating syringe. Can someone tell me why will you use an irrigating syringe as a first aid kit item?
Maybe because of the mosquitoes, or maybe if a spider bites you or something like that. But what means syringe? Like,
Syringe is this item, this one.
como una vacuna.
Well, not exactly. I mean, yes and no. It's the thing where you put it. It's
¿Una jeringa?
It's una jeringa, exactly. It's una jeringa. So yeah, you can use that too. Maybe I really don't recommend you to try to take out the venom or an animal, but maybe the irrigating syringe is because if you maybe are not careful and something sticks into your eyes, okay, you don't want to scratch it, okay, because that could cause you more eye damage. So probably you just take some water and then you put some pressure with the syringe into your eye to take that object out of your eye. Yeah. Okay. All right. What about the tweezers? What's the meaning of tweezers?
Pinzas.
Las pinzas, exactly. Why? ¿Para qué? For what?
Maybe if you have a la espina, you don't want to use your hand. You want to use something more professional.
Okay. Yeah. What about the antibiotic ointment?
Ungüento,
Ointment. ¿Alguien sabe qué significa ointment?
No es como ungüento.
Exactly. Antibiotic ointment. Una crema, les dicen, right? Antibiotic ointment. Okay. All right. What about hydrogel pads? ¿Para qué creen que sirven esos hydrogel pads?
Son esas cosas como que traen gel adentro, las almohadillas.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I mean, this could be something to calm some pain that you have on one place of your body. I don't know. But yeah, they sometimes they turn like maybe they could cause heat or they could create this. They could be cold. Okay.
Compresas, teacher.
Yeah,
Compre-
exactly. Right. Now we have blister treatment. What is a blister? Alguien que me diga qué es blister.
Donde vienen las pastillas.
Ujú. Pero alguien más sabe qué significa blister. What?
Ampollas.
Exactly. Se los dije. Exactly. Un blister puede ser una ampolla. Yeah. You don't want a blister in your feet. Okay. So yeah, blister treatment puede ser, por ejemplo, one of these sticky pads, right? Etc. Then we have bandages and gauze. ¿Qué es gauze? Está fácil.
Gasas.
Gasas, exactly. And bandages. Maybe some athletic tape. ¿Cómo le llamamos athletic tape? Bueno, es muy similar a bueno, similar to the blister treatment, but it's not the same. It's like a tape, but it's white.
Una cinta atlética, ¿no?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, exactly, pero no sé si lo han visto. Eso puede ser de colores, puede ser white, blue, etc. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Microsport, creo que le dicen. Microsport.
Well, no, you can treat. No, that's a different one. Athletic is different. It's stronger, okay. Right? Elastic wrap. ¿Cómo le dicen ustedes al elastic wrap?
Vendas.
Vendas, exactly. And of course, medications. Okay, you can take some Advils, you can take some painkillers, you can take with you some especially with your stomach. Be careful with your stomach because it could cause you many complications while camping. Okay, so probably your stomach and some allergies. Those two medicines are very important. Okay. All right. Let's continue with the video.
Medical gloves. First aid can be messy, so bring some gloves to help the wound stay clean and keep you safe from bodily fluid. An irrigating syringe full of purified water is the best way to clean out a wound. Get one with a small tip for lots of pressure when you squeeze the water out. If you get a splinter or need to pick debris out of a wound, a pair of tweezers is the only thing that'll do the job. Bring a tube of antibiotic ointment. It's easier to work with than individual packets. Hydrogel-based bandages are perfect for dressing wounds in the backcountry. They have a super strong adhesive, they keep wounds and blisters moist to help them heal faster, and they're clear, so you can keep an eye on things. Make sure to bring a variety of sizes. There are lots of different kinds of blister treatments out there. We recommend these strips of smooth, thin, stretchy kinesiology tape. They're great for keeping a hot spot from becoming a blister or keeping a blister dressing in place. You'll also want a variety of regular bandages for smaller cuts and scrapes. And bring gauze for bigger wounds. Pay a little extra money for the non-stick gauze. Trust us, it'll be worth it when you take it off. You'll want at least one full roll of athletic tape for taping sprains or building splints, or just to hold a wound dressing in place. Use elastic wrap to support sprained joints, apply pressure to wounds, or as part of a splint. It's reusable and easy to adjust, and more comfortable than tape. Always bring any personal prescription meds, but you'll also want over-the-counter antihistamines to handle allergic reactions and some pain relievers and anti-inflammatories. Always follow the dosing directions on the package. These 10 things create a great first aid kit to bring for basic outings. But always consider what else and how much you may need for the length of your trip, the terrain, or who's going with you. And now
All right. So those are very important vocabulary words if you want to put together your first aid kit. So kit de primeros auxilios, okay? Remember that. It's really simple. if you want, it could be really, really expensive, but it doesn't have to be super expensive. Just at least if you have some band-aids, gauze, some medications, maybe alcohol, something like that. That could be something, right? It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Okay. So yeah, always remember that. Always try to keep your first aid kit if you go camping. All right. So what are we gonna do? Let's have an activity. Okay. So what are you gonna do? I'm gonna put you in the breakout rooms, some breakout rooms. I'm gonna put you in small groups, and you're gonna choose. Be careful with this one. Okay. Choose any place in the world, anywhere you want. Okay. You can use Google Maps. You can use Google Earth to choose a location, and as a group together. Okay. Everyone has to participate on this one. You're gonna create a camping checklist, okay, of the things you will carry with you, that you will take with you if you go to this place. Okay, for example, if you go to the Amazon river, right, you're gonna take certain things, some things that probably you won't take if you go to Alaska or if you go to the desert, right? So yeah, you're gonna choose one place and then you're gonna choose a camping checklist to go there, okay? And then you're gonna present your output, okay? And then you're gonna, yeah, you're gonna have the time to show what you learned today, okay? Yeah, everything's clear? Are the instructions clear?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let me put you in the rooms, okay? Let me put you in the breakout rooms so that you can go with your classmates and put together an amazing checklist with the vocabulary that we saw today, okay? So let me put 4 groups, okay? You're gonna be 4 groups, okay? One, so 3 of 5 and 1 of 4, okay? So that's kind of even, all right? So go to your rooms, please, guys. Choose a place, create your own checklist for this place. Choose wisely specific things that you're gonna use according to the place that you chose, okay? All right, guys. So you should be able to go to your rooms now. Can you see the invitations? Yeah? Okay. I'll be with you in every single room, okay? Steph, Alan, Brenda, I don't know if you can see the invitations to the rooms. Yeah, okay, there you go. Alan, Steph, can you see the invitations to the rooms? Steph, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, can you see the invitation to the breakout room?
Yes.
Okay, can you click on that?
Bueno, le di clic, pero no me dejó nada. O sea, no sé.
No, no te... Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put you in another room, okay? Alan, can you hear me? Alan? Alan, ¿me escuchas? Can you hear me, Alan? Alan, are you there? Can you hear me? ¿Me escuchas? Okay. I need to go to the other rooms, Alan, but please try to click on the invitation to that room, okay? Okay, everyone's coming. All right, I got 17. I should have more. I think there is 18. And okay, I'm missing 2 people here, but I think we can start. All right, first group number 1, Andrea, Brenda, Catalan. Quite specific, your username, Brenda. Emmy and Leslie. Okay, girls, please, I need you to present it first. And when you present it, if you can turn on your cameras, that would be really cool. Okay, si pueden hacer sus cámaras solo para la presentación de sus checklists, that would be great. Okay. All right, guys. Entonces, what's your checklist? First, tell me the destination, right? Tell me the place. And tell me what's your checklist? What are you going to take with you to that place?
Okay.
Ready? Okay. Okay. Go. Time's yours.
¿Tiene que hablar una o la que quiera?
Well, I mean, you are a group, so you can, say some. You can say some stuff. Then Andrea can say more, and Emmy can continue, and then, Brenda can finish it.
Okay. We would like to go camping in the jungle in Guatemala, for example, Tikal,
Okay.
to have a contact with nature. It's a little scary, but we like adventure.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right. So what items are you taking with you? Let's see, Andrea. ¿Qué cosas van a llevar en su viaje?
One backpack,
Okay, a backpack.
compass,
Compass, yeah.
matches or lighter,
Lighter or matches, perfect.
water,
Water, okay.
important, food.
Y food. Okay, muy bien, muy bien. Emmy, what else? ¿Qué más van a llevar con ustedes?
Okay, gloves,
Okay.
hiking boots,
Hiking boots, okay.
campfire,
Okay.
first aid kit,
First aid kit.
yes, tent,
Okay. All right.
map.
Brenda. Okay, okay. Brenda creo que ya no está. Okay. All right, all right. What else? Only that?
Waterproof pants,
Okay.
wool socks,
Okay.
flashlights.
Yeah. Only that. Okay. Okay, perfect. That was good. Good checklist. Oh, I like it. But yeah, okay, I like it. I like it. Let's go to the next group. The group number 2, Alan, Brenda, Griselda, and Jacqueline. All right, guys. So Brenda, Griselda, Jacqueline, if you can turn on your cameras just to show your list, that would be cool. That would be really great.
Okay. Good night. The girls and I enjoy the hiking, the Agua Volcano.
To hike the Agua Volcano, okay?
You hike at the Agua Volcano. We need the equipment, but one backpack, one tent,
Yeah.
3 sleeping bags.
Okay. Can someone else help you? Like maybe Jacqueline or Griselda? Can you help Brenda to tell the other items?
Okay, we need to food and water, camp, boots, Flashlights,
Yeah.
clothes warming,
Okay, you need matches. Yeah. Okay.
and hot drink.
A hot drink? Like what? Like chocolate?
Yes, mug of chocolate.
Okay. What else? What else are you taking with you?
The clothes.
Okay.
Clothing,
What kind of clothes are you taking with you?
please.
Oh, well, you're taking a fleece. Yeah, this is smart. Okay. What else?
Warm heart.
Okay. Okay, a warm heart. Okay.
Gloves too.
Gloves too. Okay.
And the underjump pants.
Ah, okay. Underjumps. Okay.
Tie. What else?
Only that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Muy bien. Muy bien. All right. Thank you. Group number 2. Let's go with group number 3. Avi, Maria, and Nancy.
Some teams that we choose, the location is in California, so the temperature is always hot, and sometimes we choose wear cooking kit, matches, underwear, tank top, shorts, tennis, normal socks, sunscreen.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay. Maria and Nancy.
Okay, sleeping bags
Mhm.
on a cooler.
Are you taking a cooler? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Junk food.
Okay.
Junk food. A lot of water, maps, mosquito repellent.
Okay.
What else? A flashlight.
Okay.
A hammock.
Are you taking? Well, you're taking your house.
Yeah.
Okay. What else, Nancy?
Almost. We need a cooking kit.
Okay.
Our toothbrush.
Toothbrush. Okay.
Toilet paper. Portable charger. A speaker.
A speaker. Okay.
Our underwear.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. A cooler. Wow, that's. Who's gonna carry that? What type of camping are you doing? Band camping? Yeah. So you don't have to carry all of that in your backpack. Okay. Sure. Perfect.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Okay. You're not taking the dog with you? No? Or the cat? Okay, guys. Good. Let's go to room number 4, group number 4. Alejandra, Stephanie, Kelly, and Wendy.
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
My group and I choose a Atlitan Lake.
Okay. Interesting. Volcanoes. It's okay. Well, surrounded by volcanoes. Okay. Continue.
In my life, I take a kit and tennis and pants and gloves and back camping. I don't remember very well about mochilero.
Backpacker. You're going as backpackers.
Okay. Lamp in my list. Just and kit. Just that.
Okay. And Wendy and Kelly?
Waterproof, waterproof jacket, repellent for mosquito,
Okay.
and waterproof pants, a sleeping bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Kelly, what else?
Yes, we need to go comfortable to our camp with shorts, shirt, tennis, and jacket. For the night, flashlight, matches.
Matches. Okay.
Yes, Water, food, repellent. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Good. Excellent. That's a good list. That's a good list. All right. And me falta, no, vamos a ver, de este grupo, Stephanie. Yeah. No. Yeah. Stephanie. You there?
Gloves,
Okay.
waterproof pants,
Okay.
el sport bra,
Okay.
exercise short,
Okay. Only that? Okay. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. All right. And let's finish this activity today. Okay, guys? So let me show you the final considerations of today. Okay. I got another video, but we're not going to have time to watch it. Okay. But I just want you to leave you with this part. This is a very famous quote. It's one of my favorites. It says, sorry, the mountains are calling and I must go. Okay, if you enjoy nature and enjoy the outdoors activities, you're probably gonna hear a lot about John Muir, very famous naturalist of like a long time ago. He was quite famous because he really enjoyed nature and the outdoors. Okay, he was a really natural at camping. All right, guys, and that will be all for today. Okay. If you can just take if you could just turn on your camera so that we can have a picture of the group that participated today on this activity, that will be really great. Okay. So that we can say, hey, to I know some camping stuff. I can go camping. Probably not to the desert, probably not to the Arctic, but to a volcano, sure. Or maybe some. It's important, guys, because if you go to touristic places and someone needs your help and that person only speaks English, well, you at least know some of the stuff, some basic stuff. Okay. And that's cool. Okay, guys. All right. And that will be all for today. I hope you like this activity. I really hope you learn stuff that it's going to be useful for you, and have a great time. Okay. I really hope you had a great time today. Okay. I don't know. Did you like the activity? Tell me what you think. Did you like it? Do you think it was boring? Too long? It was 2 hours, so it was quite long. But time flies when you're having fun. Okay, so tell me.
It was fun, and I learned new vocabulary, and I like the class. It was interesting.
Okay, thank you, Maria.
I like me too, because it's very different the other class, honestly.
Okay. All right,
I
good.
like it too because the first time and the unique time that I have made camping, I didn't really have like those type of things that were important. So for the next time, I'm going to tomar en cuenta those things.
Okay, excellent, excellent. All right, all right. Someone else?
I like the activity, teacher. Thank you very much. I learned different things of the go out of the city. And thank you very much.
Excellent, excellent. All right, all right. Someone else?
I like the activity. I have only camped in my living room, but it's interesting.
Okay, good. But at least you have camp, at least, yeah, good. Even if you're in your living room, but cool. That's cool. All right, guys, that will be all for today. I hope you have a great night. Take care. Good luck on your unit reviews, conversation clubs, and any other classes that you have. And take care. See you for your next classes, I guess. All right. Take care, guys.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you,
Good
teacher.
night.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night.